Yes, very good afternoon, students. Today I am going to explain you the new topic from Unit 4, that is refining of petroleum and fractional distillation. Fractional distillation is one of the part in the refining of petroleum. But before that, refining of petroleum is nothing but the purification of petroleum. Here, petroleum is nothing but the crude oil which we are getting from the earth crust. So the oil which we are getting from the earth crust is known as the crude oil. But we can't use the crude oil in the vehicles as the petrol and diesel. Yes, so like petrol and diesel, we can't use the crude oil in the internal combustion because the crude oil which we are getting from the earth crust is having so many impurities, and along with the impurities, it is also having the mixture of various hydrocarbons. So it is one of the complex mixture of various hydrocarbons, and all these hydrocarbons are having different compositions. Yes, so we have to separate the individual hydrocarbons in the refining process. Here, refining process is nothing but removing the impurities and also separating the individual hydrocarbons according to its boiling point. That is called the refining of petroleum. So here refining is nothing but it is the purification of petroleum. Yes. So that is the refining of petroleum. Let us see the introduction of the refining of petroleum or the fractional distillation. I said now petroleum is also called as a crude oil, and petroleum is a complex mixture of hydrocarbons and a number of different compounds whose composition varies according to its place of occurrence. So here petroleum is one of the complex mixture. That means various compounds are present in the petroleum, and this mixture is the hydrocarbons and a number of different compounds whose composition varies according to its place of occurrence. So here in everywhere in the we can't get the same type of hydrocarbons. That means the composition of the hydrocarbons are changing depends on the place where we are getting. So here depends on the occurrence, the mixture is varies, and the composition also varies in the petroleum. So simply petroleum is nothing but it is one of the complex mixture of various hydrocarbons. That is mean by the petroleum or the crude oil. So now let us see how to separate the impurities. But before that, petroleum is one of the Latin word. The word petroleum is composed of two Latin words. One is petra and another one is the oleum. So by adding petra and oleum, we are getting the petroleum. Here petra is nothing but the rock and oleum means oil. That means simply we can call as the oil which we are getting from the rock. That means the oil which we are getting from the earth crust is known as the petroleum. Petroleum is one of the dark brown, thick and viscous liquid which occurs below the earth's surface. So how the petroleum is? The petroleum is having a brown color, which is having the dark brown color, and it is having more viscosity. That means the thickness of the oil is more in the crude oil. And petroleum is a complex mixture of hydrocarbons and different compounds of sulfur, oxygen and nitrogen in small amounts. So what are present in the petroleum? Petroleum is having the various hydrocarbons. Along with the hydrocarbons, it is also having some other compounds. What are the other compounds here? Sulfur, oxygen and the nitrogen. These are existing in the petroleum. Usually it contains alkanes, alkenes, cycloalkanes and aromatic hydrocarbons. Yes. So what are the hydrocarbons present in the petroleum? Petroleum is having alkane, alkenes, cycloalkanes and aromatic compounds. Here all these are the hydrocarbons only, but these hydrocarbons are different hydrocarbons. That means these are containing single bond or the double bond or having the cyclic structure or these are having the aromatic compounds. So these are the various types of hydrocarbons present in the petroleum. So simply petroleum is the oil which we are getting from the earth crust, which is having a dark brown color and it is a high viscous liquid. That means it is having the more thickness, and it is having the hydrocarbons. Along with the hydrocarbons, it is having some other compounds. Those are the sulfur, nitrogen, and the oxygen. Now let us see the introduction of the refining of petroleum. The process of dividing petroleum into fractions with different boiling range, volatilities, and free from impurities is called the refining. So simply refining is nothing but the purification and separating the individual fractions. That's what I'm saying here. The process of dividing petroleum into fractions with different boiling ranges. Yes. So how we are dividing the petroleum? The petroleum is dividing into individual fractions. How these petroleums, how these hydrocarbons are dividing into individual fractions? According to its boiling range. So based on its boiling point, we are separating the individual fractions in the refining of petroleum. And not only separating the individual fractions, we are also removing, that is free from the impurities. That means removal of impurities. That is called the refining process. And petroleum is refined by the fractional distillation process. And we have another 2 steps along with the fractional distillation that I have explained in the offline classes. Initially, we are removing the individual impurities. After removing the individual impurities, we are separating the individual fractions in the fractional distillation process according to its boiling point. Yes, so totally we have the 3 steps. The last and the final step is the fractional distillation process. In the fractional distillation process, we are separating the individual fractions in the fractional distillation process according to its boiling point. That is fractional distillation process. So fractional distillation is nothing but the process of separating a mixture into a series of fractions of different volatilities by means of distillation is known as a fractional distillation. So what is fractional distillation? It is the process of separating a mixture into a series of fractions. So initially we know the crude oil is nothing but it is a mixture of various oils. In the mixture, we are separating the individual oils, the individual fractions according to its boiling range. That is called the fractional distillation. And in the process of fractional distillation, a mixture of different liquids is evaporated followed by condensation. So what we are doing in the fractional distillation process, initially the mixture is heated. When the mixture of oils are heated, the entire oil is converted to the vapors. And this vapor further on condensation converts to the liquid according to its boiling point. And simply here in the mixture, whatever the vapors are there, these vapors are converts to the liquid according to its boiling point. That means the oil which is having more boiling point cooling first, and the oil which is having the least boiling point cooling later. That means at the last. So like that, the individual vapors are converts to the liquid in the fractional distillation process. And different liquids are evaporated according to their boiling point, and they are collected in different chambers of the distillation tower. So here the individual oils are separating according to its boiling point. That I said now, the oil which is having the more boiling point first cooling and converts to the liquid, and that liquid is separating. After that, the oil which is having the next high boiling point is separating next. And after that, the oil which is having the next least boiling point is separating next. So like that, we are separating the individual oils in the individual chambers. That means individual plates in the fractional distillation chamber. So that is called the fractional distillation process. So in the refining of petroleum or in the refining of crude oil, generally the crude oil contains compounds having boiling point up to 400 degrees centigrade. We know that the crude oil is nothing but it is the mixture of oils. All the individual fractions, all the individual oils are not having more than 400 degrees centigrade boiling point. These are having up to 400 degrees centigrade boiling point. So when we are boiling more than its boiling point, the entire mixture is converted to the vapor because its maximum boiling point is 400 degrees centigrade. So what we are doing here, we are boiling more than to its boiling point. So in this process, the crude oil is heated to above 400 degrees centigrade in a pipe. So when we are boiling more than its boiling point, the entire fractions are converted to the vapors. So its vapors are allowed to enter into a fractionating tower having different compartments to collect different volatilities. I said now, initially the vapors are ascending to the fractional distillation chamber. But what is happening in the fractional distillation chamber? Condensation takes place according to its boiling point. But what is meant by the condensation? The vapors are converted to the liquids according to its boiling point. So the oil which is having the more boiling point is converted to the liquid first and collecting in one container. And we are having the various compartments to collect the individual oils in the fractional distillation chamber. And these are now condensed to liquid and are separated. That is the fractional distillation process in the refining of petroleum. So this is the diagram for the fractional distillation process in the refining of crude oil. So see here, initially crude oil is sent into the pipes and this is heated in the furnace. This is also called as the iron retort or iron container. So when the crude oil is heated at more than 400, so we are heating at 400 to 425 to 450 degrees centigrade in the furnace. So when the crude oil is heated to 425 to 450 degrees centigrade, it is initially converts to the vapors. But when these vapors are sending to the fractional distillation chamber, this is the fractional distillation chamber, the entire vapors are converted to the liquids according to its boiling point. So here, initially the lubricating oil and then the gasoline, then kerosene and petrol and last petroleum ether. And finally, the oils which cannot be converted to the liquid, those are called the uncondensed gases like LPG and CNG. These are not converted to the liquid in the fractional distillation chamber. So those are called the uncondensed gases. That means which are not converted to the liquid are called the uncondensed gases. So these uncondensed gases are separating through the outlet. Yes. So this is the fractional distillation process in the refining of petroleum. See here, these are the individual fractions. Initially, we are getting the non-volatile solids which are having more than 20 carbons are present. And these are the individual fractions. These individual fractions are having the individual applications. So that is the refining of petroleum. Yes. So next, let us see the applications. So now we know what is meant by the fractional distillation process. Fractional distillation is the separation of a mixture into component parts or fractions. Separating chemical compounds by their boiling point by heating them to a temperature at which one or more fractions of the compound will vaporize. So that we have seen in the fractional distillation process. So what we have done, we have separated the individual fractions based on their boiling point in the fractional distillation process. So here, the oil which is having C1 to C40 hydrocarbons, yellow to black liquid, and which is having the petroleum is having around C1 to C40 hydrocarbons. See here, like this we can separate the individual fractions. Initially, the crude oil is heated in the furnace. So when the oil is heated in the furnace, we will get the vapors initially. These vapors are sending to the fractional distillation chamber. So what I said now, fractional distillation chamber, condensation is taking place according to its boiling point. So first, the lubricating oil is separating. Its boiling point is around 300 to 370 degrees centigrade. Then diesel oil, which is having 250 to 300 degrees centigrade. Then kerosene, which is having 200 to 250 degrees centigrade. Then gasoline, which is having 40 to 200 degrees centigrade. And finally, petroleum ether, which is having 40 degrees centigrade. And finally, the uncondensed gases are removing from the outlet that we have seen in the previous slide. We have seen what are the uncondensed gases which we are removing from the outlet. Those are the CNG and LPG. Yes, so this is the diagram for the fractional distillation process. So these are the petroleum gas, that is CNG and LPG. These are called the uncondensed gases. So we know what are the applications of LPG, where we are using the LPG. Generally, LPG is stored in the cylinder and which is using as a fuel in the kitchens, especially in the kitchens we are using the LPG, and even in the automobiles also we are using. The next, gasoline. You know what are the applications of gasoline. Gasoline is also called as the synthetic petrol. We know what are the uses of petrol. Petrol is using as the internal combustion engine fuel. It is acting as a fuel in the internal combustion engines. Next, kerosene oil. Kerosene oil especially using in the lamps, in the jet engines. So in the previous days, we used to use these kind of lanterns. In this, we are using, in this kind of lamps, we are using the kerosene oil. And previously, instead of the stove, we used to have the gas stoves. In the gas stoves, we used to use the kerosene oil as a fuel. Not only in the lamps and in the gas stoves, we are using in the jet engines also as a fuel. And the next, diesel oil. So you know what are the applications of diesel oil? Diesel oils are using in the vehicles as the fuel, especially in the cars, we are using the diesel oil. And finally, lubricating oil. We know the lubricating oil is having the highest boiling point. So it is acting as a lubricant because it can't be acting as a fuel in the internal combustion engine because of high viscosity and high boiling point. Because of this reason, we can't use the lubricating oil as internal combustion engine, but we can use as a grease. You can use as the lubricant, especially in the cycle chains and the motor vehicles. We are using this as a lubricating oil. And finally, the residue. So where we are getting the residue is not converts to the liquid. Still, it is there in the furnace only because it is not converts to the liquid in the fractional distillation chamber. So we can't get the residue in the fractional distillation chamber. This we are getting from the outlet. We are removing the residue or the heavy oil from the outlet. This residue also can't be converted to the liquid in the fractional distillation chamber. It is also having high viscosity. The residue example is the tar and the asphalt, which we are using in the road construction. Especially in the road construction, we are using the tar, that is also called as a damper. Yes. So we are having the various components in the heavy oil, but all these oils are acting as the road construction materials. Yes. So these are the applications of the individual fractions in the refining of petroleum. Yes. So with this, we have completed a refining of petroleum topic. Yes. Thank you so much.